Hello everyone, this is Moshe, the Electric Israeli and FSD. If you're new, please subscribe and help me change the world one electric car at a time. Thank you to all of my supporters. Follow me on X, and if you're in the market to buy a Tesla, please use my referral code. And all the links are below. Today we're going to talk a lot about BYD and versus Tesla. So just a couple numbers, not too many, so it doesn't get you too distracted. In Q4 of 2023, BYD for the first time sold more electric cars, that's important, BEVs, battery electric vehicles, than Tesla, close to 530,000, and Tesla a little bit over 480,000. Okay, so that is the first time ever. Overall, BYD sold in 2023 around 1.6 million BEVs, battery electric cars, and Tesla sold a little over 1.8 million. So overall, Tesla is leading in overall sales, still leading. It's not little, but it's not a lot. It's not by like a million over BYD. Now, overall, BYD sold 3.2 million cars, but the other part, the other 1.4 million, was hybrid and plug-in hybrids. Okay, so basically, they sold 3 million cars with a battery in them, pure EVs and plug-in hybrids. So that's an incredible achievement. Do I predict that they will surpass Tesla in 2024 in selling BEVs only? It is very, very possible. So now the question, what are the reasons? There are many reasons. Let me give you a few that to me are in the top. So number one, lots of government incentives. BEV is a beneficiary of more than $30 billion of Chinese government incentives. Now, let's not jump. Tesla is also a beneficiary of a government incentive both in China and the United States. So let's remember that. So they really took advantage. This is the mission of Chinese government to accelerate and dominate the EV market, lithium market, battery market. It is like almost a national security thing. The United States has started to address this issue, but it's going to take a long time. The Chinese have a great lead over everybody else, including the United States. So that's number one, government incentives. Number two is what Tesla is preaching all the time, and that is vertical integration. Okay, vertical integration is when you produce almost everything that you need for your car. So when did we see it? We saw it during the pandemic. When BYD and Tesla were the leaders because they control most of their supplies. For example, the Cybertruck that just started to be produced in the United States, it's almost 90-something% materials made in the United States, Canada, and Mexico, meaning it's right here, local. Same thing with BYD. They make their own batteries, they make their own components, they control their destiny. Exactly the opposite of what, let's say, American Legacy Auto or Volkswagen do. Outsource, and they got stuck with not getting enough components. So that's important, especially the battery part. It is so controlled by BYD that some Tesla cars, Model Ys in Germany, use BYD cells. So that's incredible. So that's the number three. Still, most of their cars are sold in China. Now they do sell in South America. They are going to build a plant in Mexico, I believe, in Hungary, I believe. They sell cars in Australia, in Israel. In Israel, it is the most popular car. In 2023, the top sold car is the Atto 3. Okay, the BYD Atto 3 sold the most, including gasoline cars. Not only BEVs, hybrid, all. They are number one in Israel. It's incredible what they did in 1 year since they got in. So they are selling, but still mostly in China. But and here, when I see the big, huge difference between Tesla and BYD, is that Tesla approach was make the most expensive car, the Roadster, okay, prove the concept, okay, then go to the sedan, the Model S, less expensive, then go to the Model X, then go to the Model 3, then go to the Model Y. So if you think about it, Tesla basically sells two cars, the Model 3 and the Model Y, and the Model Y is the most sold Tesla car, and it's the number one by segment in the world. So that's a great achievement. I'm not trying to downplay Tesla at all. So basically, Tesla sells two cars, and the average price of Tesla cars in general is $45,000. Well, BYD did exactly the opposite: cheap, 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 and now they're going into a more luxurious car, and their average price is $22,000, half than what Tesla cars. They have some cars that sell for $10,000. So they are for the masses. So until Tesla will come up with a $25,000 car, which we've been hearing about for years, and until they'll start producing it and selling it, that's going to take time. So when BYD sells 10 different segments in the low range, I mean, I tell you from my experience in Israel, one of the reasons that they're selling is that their starting price for their basic Auto 3, for example, is almost comparable with gasoline cars. Okay, the difference between the basic Auto 3 and the Model 3 in Israel, so that we're talking about outside the United States, is a matter of like 20 something thousand dollars. It's a lot of money, okay, for people. So it's just buying that. So it is incredible the way they approached it. Now they had a lot of investors, and they had so to say that BYD is not going to surpass Tesla in BEVs is not true. It is very possible that they do. Now let me tell you my last point and tell me if you agree with it. Let me just tell you this. In order for the world to transition to electric cars, you need all hands on deck. Everybody has to be in. Tesla cannot supply everybody's needs, and so does BYD, and so does Geely, the conglomerate Geely, who took over other Volvo, for example. Okay, they sell a lot of cars also abroad. Now, BYD does not sell in the United States because the tariffs will be too high and geopolitics stuff, but they don't sell. I wonder what would happen if they do sell. It's a lot of controversy, but that's beside the point. So Tesla does sell around the world, BYD mostly in China, but is spreading around the world, excluding the United States. And just remember that most of Tesla cars are made in China, in one factory, and sold in China and the rest of the world other than the United States. And batteries from China, CATL, come to the United States. Okay, so you see how impactful this Chinese commitment to BEVs, to electric cars and to batteries and to lithium and all that. So that is a much broader discussion. All right, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.